That's probably Amazon.
Thank you.
We're going, are we? Are we rolling?
Yes, it says we are.
What are we on? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay, so when I can get out of here, we're going to Beckford to do a Church for UK Index, sir.
Warwickshire.
Warwickshire? Susan's holding
No,
the...
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. It's about half an hour
No,
away.
Warwickshire's the other way, so this is Worcestershire.
We're in the smart car, so...
You're going to remember about my film?
It's a cheap day out. Oh, somebody's parked right in the way. Clever. It's a narrow road.
Danish.
No, so we're off to Beckford to do some UK Index photos. I think there might be some interesting things Susan's found, as she can.
There was one interesting one. It's a VAD nurse, which is a voluntary aid nurse, and she actually died from influenza, Spanish flu, in other words. Go on. Sorry to interrupt you.
Right, you always interrupting me. There's a nice pub there. We haven't been in there yet. Horse and Groom, Donington Ales. I expect Bernie knows Donington Ales. I'm sure he's into real ale, not lager. Lager's not Bernie's thing, I don't think. So you can change up and down the gears if you want on this thing, because so hopefully the road's open today, because it was closed off before. I do believe we're probably open. 152.9. That's gone down. It went up, gone down again a bit. Petrol pricing. Yeah, so Beckford's a small little village. It is quite tiny. There's not hardly anything there. There's at least one pub, I think. There's an old the old post office is now a cafe. Hopefully the wind's not picking up the noise too much on my microphone. So I've got me. No way, I'm the one with the microphone, not you, so it don't matter. It's a nice day today. It was a bit colder yesterday, but today's a lovely day. So this is normally the route we go when we go up to Evesham. So we will be going to Evesham soon to do a video up there. Maybe a walk along the water, the river, isn't it? The river. Where do a lot of boating. Yeah, it's not a canal. Yeah, but Banbury. We'll go back to Banbury one day because they've got a nice canal.
And then Stratford-on-Avon.
Yeah, they've also Stratford-upon-Avon. They've also got a butterfly farm, which I haven't been in a butterfly farm for a very long time, and I'm sure the last time I went into a butterfly farm was when there's one where Puzzle Woods is. I can't quite. It might be the Forest of Dean. Yeah, I'm sure it is. This is where the buses go from here, Bernie. This is Troopers Lodge Garage, where they have all the old buses. Oh, there's one there. And if I remember rightly, Bernie said one of the buses he used to drive that's in there, I'm sure, or it was on loan to there. I'm not sure if it's still there or if it's moved to another town. But we're going to go on that one day. I missed the motor show, because I didn't realise that was on that quick. Last Saturday, I think it was, or Saturday before. Yeah, which we did. Just shut that up a little. I don't want to shut it up too much because it's quite warm. I am now. Every single car I've had, there's been air conditioning, but it's never worked. So this one's the same. So what I've got, instead of taking it to the garage, I think it's about £70 or £80 around this area to have it topped up. I've bought a top-up canister with a hose and a gauge, and I'm going to attempt to top it up myself. It's the correct formula. Hopefully it's the correct formula, because there's two different gases you can buy. I know they don't recommend you top up your own aircon, but I haven't got the money to pay for £80. I got this on sort of a monthly payment. It's about £36, I think, with the hose, which is quite good because they're about £10-15 on their own with the gauge on. Well, where I've looked, people might find it cheaper. They might say, "Oh, you're an idiot. We can get it cheaper." But so I'm going to attempt to top up the aircon myself. Hopefully, not explode anything.
Are you going to film it?
I'm going to film it, and we've now just got a slow coach pulled out in front. This is a 60, and they're going as slow as they can. That's it. Speed up. That is a really annoyance. I don't know. I'm sure other people find this, but when you learn to drive, you've got to keep up with the traffic. Okay, you don't break the speed limit, obviously, because that's a fail. But if you go too slow, that is also a fail, because you end up holding up all the traffic behind you, and you always get some idiot, and I can say it's not me because I don't overtake unless I have to, and it's safe. But if you go to the Cotswolds, you will notice that even when I was doing 30 up the London Road, which is a 30, I had somebody overtake me because they're so impatient to get to where they're going. And they do it down here. And this is a fast road, and this is Fish Hill we're coming up.
Too fast or too slow then?
Yeah, but obviously if they're too slow, they're holding up everybody, and then you always get somebody behind you that tries to pull out and overtake, and that's where the accidents happen. And I'm sure that happens to a lot, especially David. He has a lot of problems with driving. I know when he come here, he's nearly saw an accident, he said, because somebody had overtaken coming up the hill. I think that was coming into Stowe. That is a really annoying road. It's a 2-lane road that on your side, on the left, when you're coming up to Stowe, but at the top of the road it merges back into one. Now if you're sat in the left lane, you always get cars and lorries and buses belting up the right lane, and then they try and push their way in, even though it is a legal thing to do because it's a merging lane. But people really get angry, they get so mad, and we've now slowed down to a crawl. Even though you're meant to go 30 down some of these bends because they're quite tight down Fish Hill. What you find is, obviously in the summer like now, and also when the Isle of Man TT is on, you get a lot of bikes, because you can imagine, if you can see the road, how it bends, you get some beautiful riding down here on a bike, I imagine, bending around these corners. And quite often at night you'll hear the bikes screaming down here, and I'm sure they get to either the first or the second roundabout, turn back and they come back up. That's what they do. They do that a lot. But you'll find it a lot more if it's June when the Isle of Man's on. You get hundreds and hundreds of push bikes.
No, don't put Tarston on push
motorbikes. No, push bikes are just annoying because what they do, they hog the whole of the road, and they, some of them are okay. I've come across a couple that actually do move out the way, or they get on the path, but with this new stupid rule, which is absolutely ridiculous and it's caused more trouble than it's worth, I think, and it causes more road rage, you've got to give them a lot more room. Yeah, sped up now. They're going down the hill, even though it's meant to be 30. There is a runoff.
You're too fast now.
Yeah. There is a runoff down here for lorries, and if your brakes fail, you can go into the grass verge as a special runoff. Hopefully never had to do.
Try your brakes now. It's nice.
Yes. Well, you need to know if they're working,
What was that you saw in town once, that accident with the car went to the other car?
That was, I was just going into the post office because that's my favourite place to go. As people who know me know why. And as I just come past the centre of town, there's car park on the left-hand side. Somebody, obviously in an automatic, I'm sure, they put their foot on the wrong pedal and they shot across the road and overturned. And if I'd have been maybe 30 seconds slower, they would have hit me. Luckily, they didn't hit anybody that was actually active. They just hit a parked car. But it flew like something out of James Bond, that one where he crosses the lake. and he shoots over the lake. That's what it looked like, because I saw it in the rear view mirror. He screamed across the road. Luckily, I mean, if anybody would have been there, he would have killed him. It would have been a horrible accident. Oh, I better speed up. Now I'm going 50 instead of 60. So yeah, anyway, with this Beckford, found a church there we haven't actually done, which was, there's not many left in the Cotswolds we haven't actually photographed, or that's being done by someone else. But there is a couple I found that somebody put in about 5 or 6 years ago, and they're not doing them. So if that happens, you can actually you can volunteer to do them yourself, the photos.
Yeah, they get taken off.
Yeah, they get taken off every now and again if you don't hurry up. Because some of ours, they have been there for quite a few years. Because it's
exit the roundabout.
I've already done that. She's telling me what to do again. Look, this damn GPS. They like telling you what to do, these GPS. It's a woman, by the way, so I'm not being sexist, mind, because the man always tells you what to do. Luckily, so far, this one hasn't tried to send me down little tiny lanes where they do tend to do that. That's why I only use GPS guidance as a general guidance. I will check on the map myself to see where it's sending you, just in case, because you do see a lot of big lorries going down little country roads because they rely 100% on a GPS. And it's not a good idea to do that. I think we're going through maybe Broadway. Is it Broadway? Yeah, Broadway and Charles Wickham, which is it's fairly nice, a little village. I generally try and avoid that one if we're going to Cheltenham. I'll go straight on and turn left up at the just past the Volkswagen garage and go on the main carriageways, because it's a bit of a nicer drive. Because it can be a little.
Exit the roundabout. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So now we're coming into Broadway.
And just over there, down here, is not there.
Steam railway.
Turn right.
Yeah, the railway.
Do we?
It's down there.
Oh, it wants me to turn right. Okay, we're not going that way, so we're going this way. So it is taking me through Charles Wickham, I think.
It's just down there, I think.
In a quarter of a mile. Turn right.
Yes, okay. So this is a nice little drive.
I've actually photographed the stretch.
Yeah, Charles Wickham, we've done that one. As I said, we are actually running out of churches locally to do, so we're going to have to start going a bit further afield, which is going to cost a bit more money. But then luckily we got this car, the smart car, which is
try not to go
dirt
further
cheap.
than half an hour, don't we, from home?
Yeah, it can be a bit of
Turn right.
a problem.
You say the man hasn't taken you to places you don't want to go there.
Yeah, so
Well, it's not really little roads.
it's not too bad. No, I don't know. I normally avoid Charles Wickham though, because it can be a bit dodgy. Can be very bumpy. The worst thing, as I said, if you meet another lorry coming the other way, because they followed there.
It's not narrow, is it?
No, this isn't narrow. Some of it is around here, but it's a nice little village. It's a nice drive. It's worth just coming, if you come to the Cotswolds, just drive about to some of these little villages. Breaking the speed limit by 1 mile an hour. David would be telling me off. I should be trying. Oh, look at that! What a surprise! A little tiny village. They're building more houses.
Yeah, there we go. The edge.
Yep. Oh, look at that. There's what? 1, 2, maybe 10 houses. That's for 10 boat people, I imagine. Yeah, they're brand new houses. It must be for the boat people, because it's not going to be for us, is it? We're not allowed to have new houses, or tents or anything for the homeless. They have to live on the streets. Because why should we give? Why are you pointing it over there? Point it.
I was trying not to get people's number plates in.
Well, it doesn't matter unless they've done anything wrong. They haven't got nothing to worry about.
Okay, shut up. You carry on. You put you on.
I know it's a good idea not to put people's number plates in, but I mean, you can't really help it. I could blur it out, I suppose, but then I'd have to blur out every frame. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet on my software. I use DaVinci Resolve, which is a free software for videos, and it's really good software. For free software, it's something you would pay hundreds or thousands for. It's a really good quality software. There's a lot more.
So it's Capcom.
CapCut, yeah, but CapCut's more of a cheaper. I mean, DaVinci Resolve is what a lot of the film.
What is easy for me to use?
A lot of, definitely breaking the speed limit. Not now, by the way. Oh no, now it's going to be 60 in a minute, which I think they shouldn't do down these little villages. I think.
I know, you said it should be less.
But no, I think that's the biggest problem at the moment. Is the housing, especially when they're giving the immigrants all these brand new, was it $250,000? Oh, there's a police car on the back of a thing. All these £250,000 houses when there's homeless and veterans and pensioners who don't have nothing. I just don't understand why this country does that to people, why they're all for the immigrants. And then of course you're not allowed to say that, because if you tweet it you'll end up being put in prison. So you're better off murdering somebody, because you'll get away with that. Well, only if you're an immigrant, mind, sorry. If you're a white person, you're screwed in this country. You really are. You've got no...
Unless you've been arrested and you pointed out you're in white.
Yeah, oh yes. That's another thing that annoys me now. I don't know if people have noticed, but when there's a crime and you get the announcements in the papers, on the news, especially on Facebook, it's terrible for people assuming, oh, it must be an immigrant that's done it, But have you noticed that when they make a point of saying a white man has been arrested for the crime of,
National.
Yeah.
UK national, they say that.
Yeah, UK national, a white UK national. If it's an immigrant,
They don't say that.
they won't say anything. Oh, we can't identify the person for legal reasons, or we haven't got any identification. They will keep it quiet. But it's getting really bad. The police are really racist now towards white people. I'm sure there's another minority that's probably going to say, well, they've had that for a very long time, and they still get that. Especially in America, they're quite bad for it in some of their states. But now in England, we're the minority, the people that are born here, not necessarily white. If you're born in this country, I'm not a white supremacist, I mean, I think if you're born in this country, you should have the first say, the first go of the NHS, the first go on benefits, the first go on houses, and I don't care what colour, race or creed, where you come from, religion, up to a point. But it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. That it should be, well, no matter what colour you are, no matter where, as long as you're born in the UK, you're a British citizen, you should get priority. But you don't. I just don't understand. Why do you give priority to murderers and rapists and the other type of person, which I won't mention on the video because it's not nice, but they get priority and they get let off the crimes because they can't touch them just in case they cry, oh, you're being, against us. And we're not allowed to say that, obviously. I don't know. I think it's all wrong. And if you say it's wrong, you could end up being put in prison for it, which hopefully I won't be for saying it on my video. I know a lot of people don't like it, so I'm sorry if you don't like it. It's just my view, personal
In a
view.
quarter of a mile, turn left.
This is actually quite a nice little drive. As I said, if people do come, obviously, and just hire a car, there's quite a few businesses that are hiring out Fiat 500s, the more modern one, not the old-fashioned one. But excuse me, I think there are a couple that actually do hire the really old-fashioned Fiat 500. Doesn't have a lot of power, the old one, so I don't know how you would cope with some of the hills, because some of it's really hilly. I'm sure you'd be alright. Good. Yep, nobody crashed into us, we're good. So that's something people do. They come to the Cotswolds, hire a Fiat 500, and they just go around the Cotswolds. Some of the companies actually give you can book a picnic as well. I don't know who they are because I haven't actually, I just seen some adverts. So you hire your Fiat 500 and you get a picnic. You can actually pay extra to have a picnic, and then you could go around some of these lovely little villages and then stop off have a nice picnic. So that'd be fun to do. You get going a nice modern Fiat 500. Hopefully not an electric one, because I don't think you'd get very far in that. Not run the Cotswolds, going up and down all these big hills. You can see there's a one coming up. That would take the battery down quite a lot.
And you'd have to find a charging point.
Yeah, and I think you'd be hard pushed to find a charging point in some of these little villages. I doubt if they've got. I could be wrong. We'll see when we get here, but I very much doubt if there's any charging points in this Beckford for electric cars. You've probably got to go further afield to get a charger.
It's a nice bit of road, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very nice, very clean and smooth road.
It's like they just done it.
Yeah, it's not been done very long, I don't think. You can tell it's not a typical Cotswold road because it's nice and smooth and there's no potholes at the moment. Give it another 6 months to a year, it'll be full of potholes probably.
Now, Peter, you know they put that video showed you they meant them properly.
Oh yes, yeah, that advert or video where
Yeah,
they're...
for the highways for Gloucestershire.
Oh my God, that has got to be the biggest lie or April Fool's joke, isn't it? They were showing you 3 or 4 men fixing their potholes, and it was fixed to it was perfect.
And they're nice and square.
Oh yeah, beautiful. You know, absolutely immaculate. Yeah, that's probably the only one they've ever done like that, because I can tell you, I've watched them.
There was actually 4 men working on it, which is not true, because only usually one works on it.
Yeah, and they're not fixed to a very good standard either. They're still bumpy. They've just fixed a few down the road where we live.
Oh, that's funny, that is.
But they haven't done it very well. It looks like they've just tipped a load of stuff in and bashed it down with a shovel. You know, so they've got some kids to do it. Fill it up with their sand from their sand pit and paint it black or something. It looks really uneven. It's nothing like that advert where it shows you a beautiful filled-in pothole, lovely and smooth, perfect shape.
And everything around it all perfect.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way is it like that ever. That is...
Somebody's lost their caravan.
Oh yeah, nasty.
Literally.
Yeah, obviously the wheel fell off. Not a good thing to do.
Just dump it on the side of the road.
Yes. Well, that's 51.9 the petrol in there. That's a penny cheaper than back in where we are, the Cotswolds. Well, we're all the Cotswolds, but you know what I mean.
It's not the Cotswolds, this is Worcestershire.
Are you sure? I don't think so. We're heading up towards Cheltenham.
Alright, then it said Worcestershire when I was looking at it.
Well, it might be. Well, we go through different counties.
Alright.
But no, it's a nice drive. As I said, I would recommend anybody that comes to the Cotswolds, take a drive out. Don't be frightened of the little country roads. I know it can be intimidating, especially for Americans, because I remember somebody that come over from America and they was going out with
John's?
Yeah.
John's wife?
Yeah, I think so. And they didn't like, because they got a bit nervous, because it's obviously different cars, it's faster roads and it's tiny roads. I don't think they have a lot. They might do in the smaller places, I don't know. I can't say that for sure, so I could be totally wrong. But it obviously is a different thing. Obviously, if you come over from France, they drive like lunatics out there. I wouldn't want to drive there.
You've been there, haven't you?
Yeah, I couldn't. God, that would be a nightmare driving around France. I could not stand that. It's bad enough going to Gloucester or
In a quarter of a mile, turn
Bristol
right.
is terrible.
You ended up in Bristol Airport.
Yes, because we took the wrong turn in.
There was all them were guns there, wasn't there? I remember that.
Yeah. Cool, if I'd have done that now, being a white person, I'd have probably been arrested and handcuffed and left on the floor.
It's Beckford.
Yeah.
Worst case, you would have been shot.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because you did sort of drive through them and
Turn right.
Well, we did drive up to them. It's just a stupid, again, that was relying on a GPS, and it took me the wrong way. And I do believe we're coming up to Beckford.
Yeah, but that was your early days
In
of
half a
driving.
mile,
That's
your
Beckford.
destination will be on the right.
Ah, yeah, we are. It's a nice little village. Oh, they've got a nice pub. The old post office is now a cafe. I'm not quite sure what else they got. Probably got a school, maybe. but that's probably about it. But we're here for the church to take photos for UK Indexer. Oh, that's nice. We still are going to do a special words and music on my YouTube channel for Mum. As I said, I was.
That's Wildlife Hospital.
Oh yeah, that's wildlife rescue. So if you come across any wildlife that looks injured, take it into the Vale Wildlife Rescue. They look like they're a really nice place.
They've got all sorts in there, haven't they?
We're just up here. I've got to find somewhere to park. Oh, can I park there? There's a driveway. I can't park.
The old post office is
Oh, I can park. Oh yeah, there
Your
you go.
destination is on the right.
Oh, I can go. No, I can't. I can't go over there because I park it here. There's no double yellows. I'm fine. So, there's a cafe there. So we're at the cafe there. I think I'm okay here. I can't see any double yellows or single yellow lines. So I don't want to get a ticket. I can't park over there. There's a big gateway there. Okay, I'm going to shut the video off for a minute while we sort out parking. Well, this is why we're here. It's Beckford Church. I'm only going to do a quick video because Susan will be putting a video up on her channel. No talking, just going to do a walk through into music. So I'm just going to film a little bit going up to the gate. Then I've got to get my cameras out and take some photos of all the stones for UK Indexer, because that's what I do. So that looks like a nice church. So to just give you a quick look at the church, then I shall have to start taking some photos. Ooh, coffee and cake. I like coffee and cake. Sounds good. This looks like a beautiful church. So interesting. They got, oh, that's nice. Seating area. I think they got one of these. Oh God, I can't think where. One with the famous trees, tree lined. I can't think. I've been there loads of times. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video now. So thank you for watching. Much appreciated.